Luego de capturar estos residuos,
After capturing these residues, they are taken to a plant where they begin a bioconversion process with the fly. The droppings of these larvae are also used.
con este proyecto, Johan y sus amigos
With this project, Johan and his friends seek to benefit small and medium-sized producers in their region, providing them with a cheaper alternative when it comes to feeding and producing their animals. With these dreams that originate between Colombia's agricultural riches, these 5 young people from Cauca have a common goal: to show the world that betting on the countryside is still worth it.
Un saludo muy especial para todos nuestros televidentes.
A very special greeting to all our viewers, who connect at this time in Al Dia con El Agro. Today we will learn the story of a young man from Cauca who has promoted the black soldier fly as food for animals. This great entrepreneur has also represented Colombia at the Bayer Youth Summit for Agriculture. Today I want to welcome Johan Sebastián Chávez Mosquera, a student of agro-industrial engineering at Unicauca. Johan, welcome to the Day with Agriculture. Hi Rudy, how are you?
Johan, cuéntenos cómo fue esta
Johan, tell us, how was your experience of participating with other young people in this summit? Because I understand that there were around 100 young people from 45 countries, and thanks to his Bee-Fly project, he was selected as one of the 12 finalists. It was a great experience that began in June 2021, which we are very happy to have been selected, I as a representative of this project and the country. From all that we learned, the knowledge of the friends we met during the summit, it was very satisfying to have carried out and created these work networks for future projects. And in addition to everything, to have shown this project with which we are working, which, in addition to everything, was selected from the finalists, which gives it the plus of recognition from the potential of this project. Bayer launched the call around the month of March 2021, which we found out about. Because we are a work team, we decided to apply. Because we have been working with this project of the soldier fly in the university department. We felt that it had the potential that fit with the requirements of the summit. The requirements were to answer certain questions where one tried to demonstrate that one was passionate about agriculture and the knowledge of agriculture. The desire to improve agriculture in the country and in the world. Apart from that, also a video where they asked to describe the project, and all this was in English, and my team chose me to participate, to be their representative, and we were selected in the process. The world is facing a resounding challenge in order to find alternatives for food production that do not put the environment at risk, and this is where your project comes in. Johan, tell us a little more about this, and how is it possible to feed a hungry planet with fewer and fewer resources? Our Bee-Fly project deals with the management of organic waste that is generated in residential areas, in marketplaces, in restaurants, which generally ends up in sanitary landfills, generating pollution problems. We capture this organic waste, we take it to a plant, and through bioconversion using this insect black soldier flies, which has 4 stages: eggs, larvae, pupae and adults. In the larval phase, it feeds on organic residues, and as it feeds it generates a larval biomass rich in protein that will be processed to obtain flour, for animal feed, and with good results in animal nutrition. And at the same time that the larva feeds at organic prices, generates a secret that also has good mineral content that is used in organic fertilizers. We promote the agricultural frontier to be used on fruit trees and vegetables. To solve world hunger, there were more than 100 projects at the summit, and although we have different ones and do projects, it is satisfying to know that we have the same goal of achieving zero hunger in the world, because only one solution, one idea or solution, it is not enough, and it is always important that there are many solutions for the same problem. It is satisfying to know that there are many people working on this too.
Esta alternativa de alimento para animales
This animal feed alternative In which production species has it been implemented?
En los últimos 10 años se han
In the last 10 years, quite a lot of research has been carried out, using the black soldier fly, in larvae or in meal, to feed animals such as pigs, birds, generally minor species and fish and now lately even pets,
pues teniendo en cuenta pues que
taking into account that we are offering a more ecological and cheaper protein alternative.
puede servir de mucha.
It is a great alternative for small producers and already complementing this insect.
Los pequeños, o sea, y ya hablando, complementando de la,
This insect is native to South America,
o sea, se presenta en esta zona tropical y sea excelente.
that is, it occurs in this tropical zone and is excellent. Producing eggs, productive cycle, all small producers, who are interested in learning from this, it does not require a lot of investment, the infrastructure is not so complex, it is only establishing the breeding system, which are cages, a place where the waste generated in your home or in your farm, feed larvae, keep an eye on the process and in the long run you can use that to feed the animals on your own farm. It has many benefits.
Cuéntenos o háblenos un poco.
Tell us a little about the nutritional characteristics that this fly offers.
Pues los estudios indican que ya
Studies indicate that the soldier fly larvae already have a protein percentage of 35 to 40% protein in flour, with a good amino acid profile, from a minimum of 28% fat, and that makes it with a good profile of fatty acids. These components make it ideal for animal nutrition, and many studies have referenced that it has many advantages to replace traditional protein sources such as soybean meal or fish meal.
¿Qué se necesita para la
What is needed for the cultivation of these flies and then for the processing of this flour?
se necesita pues establecer el ciclo productivo.
It is necessary to establish the productive cycle. I mention it again, it starts from eggs, larvae, pupae in adults. The ideal is to have a breeding stock, start like this with the flies, which one captures in the area or the breeding stock are already obtained, and place them in a cage with the right conditions of light, humidity, and harvesting the eggs daily, and then it is expected to collide,
Y ya
and they are fed with organic waste, be it trays, baskets, jars where the organic waste from the farm is already repeated. The cycle of the campaign advances again, they pass to pupae, and finally at the beginning you have the entire cycle of the farm. It does not require a lot of space, and it does not require a lot of investment either.
Muchos de los animales que consumimos
Many of the animals that we consume are fed with soybean-based meals and fish meal. Does this have any affectation or consequences for the environment?
bueno, ahí ya vale la pena mencionar que
Well, there it is worth mentioning that in Colombia, producing animal protein, feeding pigs, poultry, is becoming more and more difficult, because most inputs are imported, such as soybean meal, fish meal, which raises costs of production and affects small producers, and in addition to obtaining soybean meal, fish meal has a great environmental impact. For soybean meal it implies large deforestation, and to cultivate new soybean crops 90 to 98% of the meal of soybean that is grown
va destinada a animales de granja.
worldwide, will allocate farm animals. With this alternative we will reduce that pressure, and to obtain fish meal it is involved with overfishing and pollution of the oceans,
Que ya, según la FAO, el 30% de los
which according to the FAO come from 30% of the natural wild fish, are affected by overfishing to obtain fish meal, so we offer an alternative that is produced locally. We would not have to import, and in addition to maintaining it was ecological by using organic waste within its process.
se puede decir que las moscas
Can it be said that black soldier flies are an excellent alternative for food sustainability?
Sí, de hecho, pues no solo las moscas soldados negras, que es el
Yes, in fact, the black soldier flies, which is the project we are working on, and also the use of insects for animal or human food, since the use of these alternatives using insects as new ecological sources of food should be encouraged.
ya que pues en un futuro, a medida que la población
Protein, since in the future as the population grows there will be more demand for animals for meat, poultry, pork, more demand for protein is required as a way to help reduce the pressure from other traditional sources of protein such as soybean meal and fish meal,
pescado,
producing insect meal, locally and sustainably.
¿Qué otros beneficios dentro del sistema agrícola?
What other benefits within the agricultural system can these flies bring? Is it possible to reuse their waste for other functions?
Sí, ya en estado larvario este insecto, la mosca
Yes,
soldado
in
negra,
the larval stage this insect the black soldier fly feeds, it generates excreta called frass and these have a high mineral content, which is considered an excellent organic fertilizer, with soil improver properties. It is not lost a lot,
también tiene muchas ventajas en tema de investigación.
in addition to the fact that it also has many advantages in terms of research. In fact, the use of this in insect covers is chitin, which is used for biodegradable packaging, and also, this insect has good melanin content because it is an insect, it is an adult, it is dark and this melanin is used for electrical conductors of batteries or electrical circuit systems. It has many advantages and also the fat that it has can be made an oil extraction process to obtain biodiesel or used in soaps or again in animal feed, only the oil use.
En términos generales,
In general terms, what was the reception of this project at the summit?
De parte de las mentorías que recibimos de profesionales de Bayer y
Already from the audits we received from Bayer professionals and former members of this summit network who have participated in previous editions, it was well received. They liked that it was innovative, since they had heard of this use of this before. Insect the black soldier fly, it was like starting to show that this native and South American insect has a lot of potential for the problem of world hunger.
para el problema del hambre en el mundo.
teniendo esta experiencia de ser
Having this experience of being finalists in an important event and having already consolidated your project, what do you expect in the future?
Nace 5 jóvenes del departamento del Cauca.
This liaison project for 5 young people from the Department of Cauca, Eduard, Julio, Marcela Natalia and I Sebastian, that this is going to be like a kind of life project. We see a venture where we want it to continue growing and that the project grow. We are also as a team, we want if you can thank all the knowledge that we received to focus the business model on this summit organized by Bayer. And with these mentoring we received, we are more prepared to scale to a more industrial level. And benefit small producers in the north of the Department of Cauca. We already have an objective of build a plant and industrial scale in this region.
Johan, ¿cuál es la invitación que tiene?
Johan, what is the invitation you have for young people to participate every day in the development of Colombian agriculture?
Tiene mucho potencial en cuanto a
Colombian agriculture has a lot of potential, in terms of agricultural products, fruit trees, vegetables, whether for local consumption or for export. The idea is that the young people of Colombia continue betting on the countryside, either from the academy, in agro-industrial processes, farms and continue promoting and avoiding this desertion in the Colombian countryside. Which is so worrying, and if you already have ideas or projects that there are also many people out there to collaborate. We did not know, we received a great collaboration from Bayer and we received international recognition with we are very happy and grateful for this project.
motivar que a los jóvenes si tienen proyectos.
Motivating young people if they have projects. There are organizations like Bayer that have been betting on these sustainable projects since they were young. Those who want to know or support your project, where can they do it?
Pues, contamos con redes sociales en Instagram, Facebook y en LinkedIn, inclusive.
We have social networks on Instagram, on Facebook and LinkedIn. They are not like Befly Colombia. I hope you can write to us if you are interested in the products or in learning about insect breeding. We are very willing to share that knowledge and that it continues to be generated, encouraging the use of insects for animal feed, as the demand is very high and the more there are. It is convenient to break those cultural taboos as well.
Tabúes culturales también.
Johan, thank you for joining us on this opportunity at Al Dia con El Agro. I thank you very much for the space to make the Bayer Communications team known, for organizing this opportunity and thank you for everything and wish you success.